Yes, good morning, students. In last class, we have started the third unit, that is data link layer. In data link layer, in last class, we have discussed about byte stuffing and bit stuffing. In byte stuffing, we have added some flag bytes. This is the byte stuffing we have seen in the last class. After that, in the bit-oriented protocols, we have seen the bit stuffing. In the bit stuffing means here we have three parts. The first part is the bit stream containing zeros and ones. In the second one, we are added some zero bits. We are added some stuffed bits. Okay. In which case we will add zero stuffed bits. Whenever in our bit stream we are having consecutive 5 ones. We are having consecutive 5 ones. We must stuff 0 bit after 5 ones. This is because I told you in yesterday's class, a bit flag, a 8-bit flag contains 0, 6 ones, 0. 8-bit flag ela untundantenamma 0, 6 ones, 0 like that. So the user may confuse, the receiver may confuse what is the flag value or payload value confuse avutadu kabatti whenever our data containing consecutive 5 ones, we must stuff 0 bit after 5 ones. Okay, this is called as stuffed bit. The third part is the destuffing. First we original bit stream, after that stuffed bits, after the destuffing, this is the next one. Okay, our next topic in data link layer is flow control and error control. Okay, here flow control and error control is the major responsibility of the data link layer, as we have discussed earlier. Here the flow control is nothing but fast sender and slow receiver. Fast sender and slow receiver. If a sender transmitting data with a high data rate, the receiver will receive the data with a low data rate. That leads to a overflow at the receiver side. Okay, this is because of there is no flow control between the sender and receiver. With the synchronization, the sender and receiver must be in a fashion, the sending rate and receiving rate must be the same. Okay, here this is about, here see this point which is I am highlighted here. Each receiving device has a block of memory called buffer. Even though every user, not our the receiving device, even the sending device also a buffer. If a sender whenever sender sends a message, first it goes to the outgoing buffer of a sender. After that, from that sender's outgoing buffer, through the transmission medium, it will reaches to the receiver's incoming buffer. Receiver's incoming buffer. If the receiver's incoming buffer is not enough to store the messages, that because it is full, what happens? The overflow happens at the receiver. Okay, this is for this reason we need to maintain the flow control. Next one, error control. As I told you, error control is of two parts. One is detection followed by correction. We need to detect the errors and we need to correct the errors. Here the data link layer is majorly responsible for error control. Here see first what type of errors we are having. Here the errors are classified into two types. Errors are classified into two types. Those are single bit error and burst bit error. See the diagram. In the single bit error, it is very simple. This is the sent bit stream. This is the sent bit stream. This is the received bit stream. Only one bit is varied. One bit is changed. only here only one bit is got changed. Here see in the diagram, the bit 0 got changed to bit 1. Bit 0, bit 1 ga change ayanamata. So this is said to be single bit error. Coming to the burst bit error, here 2 or more bits got changed. See in the diagram. This is the sent bits and this is the received bits. See here, this is suppose this is a one bit stream of containing 8 bits. E bit stream lo manaki 8 bits unnayandi. See here 0 is changed to 1, 0 is changed to 1, 0 is changed to 1, 0 is changed to 1. So the sent stream and received stream is different. Here these 4 bits got modified. If 2 or more bits got modified, that is called as burst bit error. These bits are called as corrupted bits. These bits are called as corrupted bits. Okay, this is what the type of errors we have. Next one, the very important one in the error control, that is redundancy. Here the major concept of redundancy, why we are using redundancy. Okay, here this redundancy is nothing but a bit sequence. Redundancy is nothing but a bits. These are used to detect and correct the errors. Okay, these bits may be mainly used to detect the errors. Here see what is the difference between. I will show what is redundancy bits in the next topic. Here we need to know what is the difference between detection and correction. Here detection is very easy because just only we need to identify. Who need to identify? Whether the sender or receiver. Here sender transmits a bits to the receiver. The receiver must check the received data, whether the received information is correct or not. Just he need to identify the data, whether it is correct or not. So hence we are called detection is very simple than correction. Okay, this is what here they mentioned. The correction of errors is more difficult than detection. In error detection, we are only seeing whether if any error has occurred or not. The answer is simply yes or no. We are coming to the error correction part. We need to know the exact number of bits. See, suppose the sender sends some bit stream, the receiver receives some bit stream. In the error detection, just we can say error got detected. Coming to the error correction, we need to know how many bits got corrupted. That is the one part, and location of the bits. At first bit got changed or third bit got changed in the stream. We need to know the location also. Okay, this is what the comparison between detection and correction, and the conclusion is correction is more difficult than detection. Here see two parts in the correction. In the error correction, we are having two methods. The first one is forward error correction. Second one is correction by retransmission. See, this is very simple. I am sender and you are receiver. Coming to the forward error correction process, the receiver guesses whether the message got changed or not. How the receiver will guess? The receiver will guess the message based on the redundancy bits. I will show you with the example what is redundancy bits and how these are used to detect and correct the errors. In the forward error correction, It is the process which the receiver try to guess the message by using the redundancy bits. This is possible where the number of errors are in small. The number of errors తక్కువ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏంటంటే the receiver will guess whether the incoming message is correct or not. Okay, if the bits are the corrupted bits are very low, by using redundant bits the receiver itself corrects the message. This is called as forward error correction. Coming to the second technique of error correction, that is correction by retransmission. Correction by retransmission. This is different from the first one. This is a technique which the receiver detects the occurrence of error. The receiver detects the occurrence of an error. And the receiver detects an occurrence of error and asks the sender to retransmit the same message once again. Why? Because in this case the number of errors are not in small number. The number of errors, the corrupted bits are more in this case. That is the reason why the receiver asks the sender to retransmit the message after detecting the errors. In both cases, forward error correction and correction by retransmission, in these both cases the receiver detects the errors, but in the forward error correction the receiver itself corrects the message by using redundancy bits. In this case the errors are in small number. Coming to the retransmission policy, the number of errors might be high. In that case it will ask the sender to retransmit the message. Okay, these two are the two error correction methods. Next one we will see, we need to know coding. Coding means here we are having two type of words. Just note it down, students. Here we are having two type of words. One is data word, second one is code word. One is data word, the second one is code word. The data word, for the data word we need to add some redundancy bits. After adding the redundancy bits, the data word becomes to code word. I will show you how. Here see, this is the sending machine and this is the receiver and sender we are having. This is the original message. At the sender side we are using encoder, at the receiving side we are using decoder. See here at the sender side, this is the original message. This is the original message. To this original message, by using the generator, what is the responsibility of generator here? The generator will generate the redundancy bits. The generator will generate the redundancy bits. So here the original message, to the original message the redundancy bits are added. Now all together becomes the message and redundancy. The message and redundancy. Okay, this will transmitted over unreliable data transmission and it will reaches to the receiver. Okay, what the receiver will receive? Message plus redundancy. Okay, after receiving the message, what he will do? He will check whether the received message is correct or not. He will check whether the received message is correct or not by using checker. ఇక్కడ generator ఏమో కొన్ని బిట్స్ ని జనరేట్ చేస్తుంది. వాటిని redundancy బిట్స్ అంటాము. వాటిని ఒరిజినల్ మెసేజ్ కి యాడ్ చేస్తే మెసేజ్ అండ్ redundancy. This is transmitted. The received information will be checked by the checker. ఇక్కడ checker అనేటువంటి ఒక ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. What it will do is it will check whether the received information is correct or not. If correct, it will accept. If it is not correct, it will discard the message. See here two options we are having, correct or discard. If it is correct, the received information is correct, then only it will accept and it will decode. Decoder ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఇక్కడ added bits ni decode remove చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. Correct or discard. Okay, this is about coding. See here, the coding schemes can be divided into two categories. The first one is block coding. The second one is convolution coding. The first one is block coding and second one is convolution coding. See, the coding, the first part is block coding. This is very simple we are having. Here in the block coding scheme, our message means ones and zeros and ones and zeros, right? Like that. The message is divided into blocks. మన బిట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఉంటుంది కదండి, ఆ బిట్ స్ట్రీమ్ లో ఉన్న మెసేజ్ ని వీఆర్ డివైడెడ్ దట్ బిట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఇంటూ బ్లాక్స్. ఈచ్ బ్లాక్ సైజ్ ఈస్ k bits. Each block size is k bits and each block is called as data words. What name అంటే we call those as data words, as I told you. Okay, next we are adding some redundant bits. Then here I told you in redundancy, the redundancy bits are majorly used for error detection and error correction. Here we are adding some redundancy bits to each block. Each block means the message is divided into blocks. Each block is size is k bits. So here we are adding small r bits, that means redundancy bits, to each block to make it as n equal to k plus r. N equal to k plus r. అంటే k అంటేనేమో డేటా వర్డ్, దానికి ఏం యాడ్ చేస్తాం మనం ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ r added redundancy bits. The resulting information will be how the resulting n bit blocks are called as code words. అంటే k bit data word ki r bit redundancy word add చేస్తే the total result is n. Size is n bit block అంటారు దాన్ని. n bit data block అంటే n bit block అంటే ఏంటంటే k bit data block ki r bit redundancy bits add చేస్తే the result will be code word. Here with k bits, diagram you can understand here easily. Here we are having 2 power k data words, each of k bits. వీటిని ఏమంటాం 2 power k bits వాటిని ఏమంటాం మనం k bits ఉంటే we can call that block as data words. That is the reason why 2 power k data words of k bits, each size enta k bits. In the second one, n bits అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, ఈ k bit block కి r bits redundancy bits యాడ్ చేస్తే the size will be n bits. n bits ని ఏమంటాం మనం code word అంటాం. That is the reason why 2 power n code words, each of n bits, each of n bits. Hope you understand. I'm repeating once again. K bit block means it is data word. N bit block means it is code word. Data word, code word. Data word ki r bits add cheste it will become to code word. First one, we are going to discuss about error detection. First we will discuss about error detection. After that we'll go for error correction. See here, in the error detection, see, the following two conditions are met, the receiver can detect a change in the original code word. So I told you sometimes the receiver not sometimes, always, by checking the received information, the receiver might understand whether the received information is correct or not. That will show, that is how. First point is, this is sender and receiver. Just I will first listen the first point. The receiver can find a list of valid code words. The receiver will find a list of valid code words. Valid code word means if a receiver receives a code word, the receiver will check whether the code word is valid or invalid. Code word ante enti, data word ki r bits ni add cheste vache result ni emantav ante code word antav. This code word is transmitted over the unreliable transmission to the receiver. Okay, here the original code word has changed to invalid. Original code word has changed to invalid. I will show you how. This is the, see this diagram. Here is the sender we are having. At the sender side, we are having k bits data word. To to this k bits data word by using generator. We are added some r bits. We are added some r bit redundancy code. After adding that one, it will become changes to n bits code word. We are not sending data word over the unreliable transmission. We are sending code word. N bit code word is transmitted to the receiver. See, to this unreliable transmission, the code word is received at receiver. Here, this n bit code word is checked by the receiver whether it is a valid code word. It will be extracted. How it will be extracted? Extract చేయడం అంటే కోడ్ వర్డ్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ మనం ఏం చేయాలి? కోడ్ వర్డ్ అంటే ఏంటి? n equal to k plus r. ఈ కోడ్ వర్డ్ నుంచి మనం డేటా వర్డ్ ని ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలంటే మనం ఏం చేయాలి? యాడ్ చేసిన redundant బిట్స్ ని మనం రిమూవ్ చేయాలి. సో this code word will be checked by the receiver. If it is wrong, it will be discarded by the receiver. If it is right, it will be extracted by removing the redundancy bit, and finally it will becomes to the k bit data word. Okay, this is the process of error detection in black coding technique. Okay, next one, we'll see the correction process. We'll see the correction process. See here, we are having sender. At the sender, same k bits data word. After add by using generator, we are added some r bits. It becomes to the n bits code word. This code word is transmitted. Same process. After this code word at the receiver, the receiver will check. Okay. In previous case, what it has done in the detection, first it will, if any error detected, simply it will discard. In the correction process, if there is any correction, the receiver will correct the data and thereafter extract the data word. This is the structure of encoder and decoder in correction, in error correction. We have seen both diagrams. In error detection, how it will extract, in error correction, and how it will process. Okay, these two are the two methods. In error control, we are having two methods. One is detection, the next one is correction. Okay, now coming to the first process, coming to the first topic, in error correction. We are dealing with the error correction. In tomorrow's class, we are going to start the error correction methods. Firstly, we will go with Hamming distance. Okay, this is very simple scheme. You might understand easily. In tomorrow's class, we are going to start what is Hamming distance, how this Hamming distance will be used to correct the code. Error correction, how it will be used. But here this Hamming distance sometime also to detect the error also. Okay, only 28 students including me